it up, pump it up. Trae. Come on, come on. Pump it up, pump it up. It's the day with This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I want to welcome you to a terrific Tuesday. It's also day one of a takeover, y'all, in the building. I'm so excited. We got Mango Movie Takeover happening today and tomorrow this week. We're going to be checking in with some phenomenal folks who helped to bring this play to form in the movie form. I'm so excited to have them joining us, all of them from the East Coast. So we got some great folks joining today via the airwaves or the virtuals, whatever you want to call it. So I'm so glad that they're able to join me. The first guest today, we got Am Tehuti Khamau in the building. He's going to be talking about bringing this play to life and how he helped to write this amazing play and turn it into a film. And later on in the show, we got Shakasis in the building. She's going to be sharing her journey as an author and how she also brought her talent to this film. So I'm excited to be able to talk with both of them today. Of course, as you know, this is the time for you to participate, y'all, because it is the top of the show and it's a great time for you to tag and share the stream with folks who you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on the Day with Trae. If you can't watch our TV show, don't trip, y'all. We got you covered. You can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae. You'll find me on whichever platform is your favorite, okay? I promise you. So search for us. You'll find us there. Huge shout out to our team who's making sure that we are there as you search for us in podcast format. But y'all know I'm excited. I get to talk about arts and you know how much I love plays and movies. So I'm ready to get into it. Up next, we got Am Tehuti Khamau in the building telling us more about Mango Movie. Hi.
So good to be here and be here with you, Trae.
Yeah, it's so great to have you again. Now, this is exciting because, you know, you're taking some real life lessons and moving it into a movie form. I got to hear about the beginnings of Mango, the play and the film. Please tell us more.
Well, Mango is an inspiration that actually came from my meditations, and I like to call it a theatrical meditation. It's the story of a young man who is going through those challenges in life. You know, he's trying to find his way in career. He's got relationship issues that a lot of we can all identify with, and he's guided by his grandfather into a comedic meditation. So the audience goes on this journey with him through the process of meditation, where he gains great insight and understanding, and then is able to live it and reap the benefits of it. So we're excited. It's a collaborative event with some wonderful, talented people, including live musical presentation by Catriel Stephen Wise, as well as a cast of really excellent young people that we know the audience will identify with.
Yeah. Well, I will say too, there's something for everyone here. You know, you got the character of the grandfather guiding his grandson through this process where, you know, he's experiencing something significant in his life. And, you know, you got him. You also got these amazing Netaru that show up. I want to talk a bit about this because there were some amazing costumes. I saw Het Haru and Ma'at. I saw Sebek in there. Tell us more about how they really contribute to the story.
Well, you know, in the comedic understanding, our spirit is made up of these different divine faculties, and we represent them as you would refer to them as angels. Uh, you know, the comedic word is neteru. So in the process of his meditation, you actually see the angelic forces appear and talk to him. And at first, some of them are not fully developed. So they're not giving him the right way. But eventually, Ma'at, which is the aspect of God that reveals to you the divine truth, the universal law, comes and puts his faculties in order and shows him the way to higher love, to selfless love. And that brings all of the blessings that he's been looking for in his life. So, what started out as a great challenge and misfortune in his life turns into a door that opens up all blessings beyond his wildest dreams.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said here about how he goes through the process. And I love how it showcases at the end, he's really reaping the benefits of that. But I also think this is a story that can resonate with anybody. And I want to talk a bit here about how you've been practicing comedic science for many years now. What kind of importance do you see this story bringing up for folks who may not know anything at all about comedic science?
That was actually the intent, that after many years of teaching and practicing this way of life, and seeing the benefits in my life and other practitioners' lives, and knowing that we need a medium to be able to share this so that people can understand the greatness and the beauty of our ancient African spiritual culture. That led to, actually, in a Heteru cycle on a Friday, I woke up with the image of this play, and I called Shakasis, Kenam Sanut, my partner in this venture. And it was such a magical experience, because as I relayed to her my dream and the revelation I received, and that it should be a play, she said, I wrote a play like this some years ago, just like this. And she was able to reach out and pull that uh, original writing, and then we started our collaboration. And then it was just magical. It was a span of just a few days where we developed the play, all the dialogue and the scenes. And then we were able to include a great artist like Catriel Wise. And we performed this at our Kamet Fest with just about 2 weeks from the intuition of this to the actual expression on the stage. So it was a miraculous event for us. And then we are blessed to have a partner with a great film talent and filmmaker in our organization, who I believe you're also going to speak to, who came up to Philadelphia from Atlanta and spent hours and hours with us putting this on film, because we knew we needed to preserve this experience and really bring it to its height. So that's what the audience is going to look forward to on June 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, when we have our launch party and film release of Mango.
This is so exciting because it's one of those things where I always think from a communication perspective that the way that stories are preserved and shared, it does have to go from like this personal experience that you were having, and like you said, a Friday morning, which for those of you who don't know, that is Het Haru's day of the week. So for this to come to you, and Het Haru governs our imagination, our visualization. So perfect. All of those nodes coming together to really make this happen. But I think it's also important to say that when we have these personal experiences, the way that people actually who are not around can experience them is by something like this, putting them in a play format, making sure it's in a movie now format. It really allows for the audience to dig in a little bit deeper. And so it's great to hear that y'all were able to pull this cast together in this short amount of time, this story that resonates with so many who are utilizing meditation and visualization to overcome different things in their lives. And it's actually really well done. Y'all did a great job of putting it together because the music and everything all plays such a significant role in this. When you think about what you really want people to walk away with, what are a couple of things that when you have folks watch this film, what are some of those things you really want them to walk away with understanding?
Well, really, the impetus behind this and the support that enable us to have this experience and produce this for the audience is the comedic meditation system. And the actually the work that I did helping our founder and master teacher Ra'u Nefer Amen, who is the author of Ma'at, the 11 Laws of God, um, to produce the Ma'at 11 Laws meditation course. All of that was at play in my subconscious, and I know that's what helped to bring this to the fore. So what we really want the audience to understand is the distinction that makes comedic meditation so powerful. You see the young man go through the process of meditating. You see him receive the insight that he needs from the higher part of his spirit, of the higher part or the divine spirit. And then you see him doing the most important part, which is actually making the effort to live the truth. And it is from that effort that he's able to open the way and reap the great blessings and benefits. So this is actually the format of comedic meditation, and the audience will get to go on that journey, and through the process, achieve inspiration for themselves.
Absolutely. Well, Am Tehuti Khamau, thank you so much. Your title is Irwa. I give you that respect. I'm so glad that you are here with me to tell us more about how y'all have taken something that was personal for you and so many who have been studying and practicing comedic science to the masses now with this amazing film. Thank you so much for your contributions, and thanks for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for being there, for having this platform, and for dedicating your great talent to the upliftment of our people. So we look forward to seeing you and a lot of your followers with us when we broadcast our premiere on June 28th.
June 28th. Now, where can they find it? Because, of course, folks are going to be asking, where can they make sure that they are there on June 28th to see this?
Well, they can go to Osiris PA, that's PA like Pennsylvania.com. And that's where they can see the information on the launch, which will be posted later this week. And of course, through Converge Media, we'll make sure that you have the information and the links to share with everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm looking forward to the 28th.
Thank you again. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Wow, y'all. It's great to be able to dive into such a phenomenal body of work. And of course, after this short break, I get to speak to Shakasis, who's also someone who contributed her beautiful talents to this film. Y'all don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Humani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client discussing their fields and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Humani here. See you guys in a few.
Looking for laughs? Looking for love? Fast-talking Figaro has got you covered. Toe-tapping melodies, lively staging, and colorful costumes. Don't miss The Barber of Seville, May 4th through 19th at McCall Hall. Tickets at seattleopera.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now is Shakasis. Hi, Shakasis.
Hello, Trey. Hey, Trey.
So good to see you.
Good to see you again. Last time I saw you, we were at the spa.
That's that's right. We had a good time at the
Yeah.
spot. Now, this is exciting because you were able to bring your writing talents to this project. And before we get into Mango, the movie, I want to hear about your beginnings as an author. It sounds like you've been writing all types of different works for a very long time. Tell
Yeah.
us what made you kind of begin, putting some of your ideas down in story form.
Okay, so I started as a poet. I would write, little scribbles in my book and poetry, and eventually um, I got some training to become an actress, and it just easily transitioned from me being an actress to now creating the works that I wanted because a lot of the things that were being presented to me, I didn't necessarily want to be a part of it because of, the focus was just not something that I would focus on. So I delved into writing, and most of my writing was for students, for young children, because I was a playwright for and theater teacher for young children. So that's how my journey began. At, writing.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, it's so true too, because when you are on the other side of the screen, right? When you're in front of this camera, in front of the screen, like oftentimes you just have to take the roles that are available, right? You're on
Right.
that audition circuit, you're taking on these roles. But when you start seeing that there's something that you want to see that's not present, I totally understand you taking that shift and saying, I need to start writing these works. And so as a poet, then now you have actual children's books. So you've been keeping stories alive in that way. What are some of the things that really inspire you when you're writing?
Okay, so for me it's really the children because my book I wrote it for my daughter when she was about 1. Um she was I would just make up this story every bedtime. I would just make it up and then it got grander and grander every night. And eventually I was like, you know what? I need to write this down. This needs to be a book. So um the children, most of my plays, I wrote them for children. So it's just creating content so that it's child friendly and they learn a lesson and you immerse them in African traditions at the same time.
Yeah, it's a special way of doing it. It's taking that creative piece with, the information piece and merging it together so that they have something they can actually absorb. I appreciate that approach 100% as a mother. So I totally understand. Now, this is exciting because Mango the movie, we just heard there from Am Tehuti Khamau, about the basis of the story here, but it sounds like you had something in the works already and y'all were able to then collaborate. Tell us more about that collaboration and how you brought your talents to this amazing project.
So it's funny because Owa called me to perform because I'm an MC as well. I'm a lyricist. So he called me to perform at Kemet Fest and told me about this idea that he had for a play. And I said, Owa, I write plays, right? He didn't even know. So it was just so organic how it happened. And then I pulled out my old play from like years ago before my children were born. And I was like, I wrote something similar. So the marriage between what he was envisioning and the stuff that I brought to the table, it was just a magical thing that just happened, and we have Mango the movie.
Well, those are the best types of collaborations, right? It's effortless. Obviously, it's like in divine order. You gotta
Yeah.
love that so much. Now, he talked about the importance of this story from his perspective. Give us your perspective on the importance of this kind of story that is, really tackled with Mango the movie.
Okay, so for me, it's always about the youth, right? Or the younger people, teenagers. For me, it's a story about unconditional love. So here's this boy, this young man going through a breakup, and he finds, these traditions that help him to basically learn about what it is to love somebody unconditionally enough to let them go. And that's a lesson that a lot of people, especially young folks, they don't really understand. So for me, it was, driving that message to young people is that you don't have to break down and be emotional and be sad in your feelings when something doesn't necessarily go the way that you envision. You can tap into these different traditional tools and get what you need in order to get to a space of just love, pure love. So that's the message that, I wanted to convey.
Yeah, and it's so true, right? And of course, at the end, he gets to experience the benefits of all of that meditation work that he did throughout the film, really applying himself in the teachings that he was getting from his grandfather. It's just a really great intergenerational story. I asked, Am Tehuti Khamau, I asked Irwa, what did he want folks to walk away with? I got to ask you the same thing. What do you want folks to walk away with after watching the film?
I want folks to walk away with the thoughts and the understanding that they have the power to move through anything. They have the power to move through any challenge in their life. All they have to do is just sit down and be still and meditate, and all the answers will come. Even if you don't necessarily know Kemetic spirituality and culture, just sit down and your ancestors will speak to you. Divine energy will come through you, and anything that comes your way, you'll be able to move through it. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's the
Wow. Beautiful story all around. Well, Shakasis, also Ken Amsanut, glad
Yes.
that you could be joining me today. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Of course, if folks want to tap in to your work, maybe get your book or connect with the things you're doing, please let them know how they connect.
Okay, so I wrote this book, Kemet, the story of Osirno Set. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to get the angles right? Here we go. Right. It's a children's book. Basically, it's our nativity story as Osirians, as Kemetic people, basically depicting ancient Egyptians as melanated. Most of the books don't really have us as melanated. So I thought that it was my job and duty to do that. So you can tap in with me as on my website, www.shakaflybklyn.com. You can get my jewelry, you can get my book, you can get all of the beautiful adornments that I have. So shakaflybrooklyn.com, BKLYN.
Thank you so much. And yes, I'm sporting some phenomenal earrings, y'all. She definitely has a great plethora for you to choose from. Thanks so much for giving us some of your busy time today. So appreciate you. I'm glad that we were able to share all the great work you're doing. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me, Trae. Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Wow, y'all. What a great start to this takeover. I'm really excited. I'm going to wrap all this excitement up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Ballet's greatest comedy, Coppelia, returns to Pacific Northwest Ballet. Perfect for all ages, Coppelia delights with dazzling dancing and magnificent music played by the PNB Orchestra. Seven performances only. Visit pnb.org for tickets.
Let's start the show.
No fly zone, huh?
Mariners baseball, Trident's up.
That's it. Ha! Yes.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. What a great first day of our Mango Movie Takeover, y'all. It was so great to connect with Am Tehuti Khamau and Shakasis, both of them pouring their amazing talent into this body of work in Mango the film. Of course, it's going to be launching June 28th, so we got some time, but y'all get yourselves geared up for when that link drops. You definitely want to learn from this story, and it's one that you are living yourself, I'm sure. There's parts of this that really resonate with everyone, so please make sure y'all tap in. We'll be sure to try to share that link out when it's ready, but I'm so glad that they could be here. You know, for me, it's just great to see collaboration in the artistic world. Oftentimes, that's how you end up with the best final product you can get, by bringing a bunch of great talent together to really help shape this story, help shape the production of it, moving from a play to a film. So I'm excited that tomorrow, y'all, we're going to continue the Mango Movie Takeover because we have some phenomenal guests who have also been pouring their talent and brilliance into this effort. So glad to have those joining me today, and I'm glad y'all were joining me. Of course, be inspired because there's a story inside of you that might need to get out. Don't, hesitate to get it out there, get it in written format so all of us can actually appreciate it and learn from it. Thank y'all so much for watching. And for me, y'all, until tomorrow at 11 a.m. Peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.